Hello and welcome to Smith TV, where we teach you how to achieve complete MLM automation so that you can achieve the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. This is Cameron Smith, and today I'm going to take you on a little field trip and show you our back office for our blog and show you all our stats and where our traffic comes from, how long people stay on our sites. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and trust me, there's some ugly back here. But the reason I want to show you this is that we're all about automation, and I want to show you how important automation is for how important a blog is for automating your business, and maybe convince you to really focus time on your blog. And also maybe I can give you some benchmarks to shoot for, or if you're doing better than us, then you can watch this video and feel good about your business. So you can see here we are on the 23rd of March 2012. So far this month, 8,341 unique visitors, with about 8 days left in the month, so we'll probably beat 10,000 will be my guess, which always makes me happy. That's a pretty cool benchmark to see that extra number there. Let me show you kind of the history of some of our stats. I think it reveals some important things. So here we go. Here's it month by month in 2010. We started in March, so we've had our blog 2 years now. We went from 261 all the way up to 4,375 by December. We were able to do that because we were very, very consistent about writing a blog post, between 3 and 5 times per week, and then we were syndicating those all over the internet. And you can see we basically didn't have a month where we dropped down. It increases every single month. So you can see how important consistency is towards a marketing strategy. Not just using your blog, but any marketing strategy. Consistency will get you these results. Let me show you from last year. There's some interesting bumps in traffic last year that I want to point out to you. January, 5,000. Okay, in February, slightly down, 4,600. But then from there, it went from 46 to 69 to 81 to 95. So in 4 months, we had more than double traffic and got about 5,000 more visitors. This is when we started to use article submission software that would, I can't remember if it was Article Marketing Robot at this time or if we were using a different one back then. But basically we were spinning and blasting out our articles to thousands of websites across the internet. So we had all those little hooks all across the internet that would send people back to our blog. And you can see that made a big difference in our traffic. Then here, I had a little bit of a down month, dropped 1,000, but then all of a sudden we jumped up 2,500 visitors in 1 month, all the way up to having, 12,899 was our best month ever. And this big jump in traffic was because we started using a tool called TribePro, which Aaron and I highly recommend. We love it. It's a way that it's basically a community where you post your blog post on there, and then tons and tons and tons of other people share your blog post to social media sites all across the internet. And obviously, I don't really need to say anything else. You can see that 2,500 extra unique visitors is pretty awesome. Let me show you this year so far. It's slightly depressing, but maybe I can explain some of it. You can see we've been down below 10,000, although this month we'll probably break 10,000. I've been in school full time, and Aaron's been working 50 plus hours per week at the vet clinic, so you can see that's taking a little bit of toll on our visitors. But then we started this month, we committed ourselves to doing our Smith TV. We actually started that near the end of February. We can see it's having an effect this month. In March we'll probably break 10,000. So that's what consistency does for you. When you're consistent, your numbers will go up all across the board. Let me just show you some other stats that I have here that I think you might like. Number of visits, you can see how many people visit our site each day, between about 700 and 900 per day. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, here's another one. This might be slightly depressing. Visits duration. It's how long people stay on our site. So between 0 and 30 seconds, 15,363. Now I'm hoping most of these aren't people, and it's more like Google spiders and bots coming over to check out our site. But I'm sure there are people that visit and leave, and so obviously that's not too great. But here's the good part. Let's look at between 15 minutes and 30 minutes. Come over here, and you can see that 241 people visited our site and stayed between 15 and 30 minutes. Now, if you're on someone's blog for at least 15 minutes, you've probably read several blog posts, maybe watched some videos, possibly you read their About Me page, and they're probably people that are likely to come back, or they're already frequent visitors of your blog. And look here, 30 minutes to 1 hour, 439 visits. And 1 hour plus, 261. Those are probably people that, opened up our site and then fell asleep or something. But if you add up these three, it's at about 1,000 visitors in the last 23 days that are very, very highly targeted people that are probably sold on us and the content that we produce in our blog. So that's pretty cool. That 15,000 is a little depressing, but this 1,000 very highly targeted people makes me excited. Let's go down here. These are which pages on our blog get the most traffic, and I want to point this out. These are some of our blog posts: Training the Struggling MLMer, Blogger versus WordPress, Does Herbalife Work, Keeping Your Blog Professional, 32 Essential WordPress Plugins. Let's look at, these 5 right here. I wrote all these over a year ago. And look at this one: Training the Struggling MLM, 1,900 visitors, Blogger versus WordPress, 1,100, 700, 600, 400. That is the automated side of a blog. I haven't had to do anything with any of these posts, and yet they're getting me thousands of views per month. Look, this one, 10 blogging tricks. I wrote that almost 2 years ago. It's one of the first ones I wrote. Lead generation company. That was like the 3rd or 4th one I wrote ever. And then of course some of these Smith TV ones that we've been doing recently. Blog setup service. That's our tab that actually ranks on Google that people can check us out about setting up a blog. 384 people. So that's why a blog is such an important part of automation. Now, another thing, let's look at this down here. These are links from an external page. These are other websites that people visit that has a link to our blog, and then they click on that link and head over to our blog. This Mr. Best Guide, our #1, I had never even heard of this site until I decided I was going to make this video, and I clicked on it to see what it was, and it's actually an article directory where they collect articles and then people can go and read them and then click on links to come back to our blog. So like I said, I've never even been here, but almost 300 visitors this month. And in fact, several of these are article directories. And you can see all these numbers, and then others, 4,855. So there's, well over 5,000 people came to our blog this month that were on other sites and found a link and came back to visit our sites. That's why blog syndication is so important. That's 5,000 visitors we wouldn't have had if we hadn't submitted our blog, to TribePro or use an article marketing software and then get those people to come back to us. Last thing I want to show you, almost done, are search key phrases. These are what percent of searches. Like I'm pretty sure these would be on like search engines. That 8% of our traffic comes from when people type in "Does Herbalife Work?" 4.7% "Does Herbalife Work?" with a question mark, and then "How does Herbalife work?" another 1.7%. And then you can see Advocate Review, World Ventures Review, Tahitian Noni Scam, Tastefully Simple. These are all MLM reviews that I wrote, and I worked with them to rank on Google, and still getting traffic. Look, other phrases, 1,413. Those are all traffic from search engines because I worked hard on a blog post and got them to rank on Google, and now that traffic comes to me forever. Basically that's the video for today. Just wanted to do a real quick one and show you a little bit about our blog and hopefully convince you that a blog really is fantastic for automating your business. You can spend an hour or two writing and syndicating a blog post, you never have to worry about it again, but get traffic until the rest of the time. So hopefully this helped you out. Leave us a comment if you like this or if you want to tell us some of your ideas about a blog, why you like your blog, why it's helped you out and made you money. So look forward to hearing from you. We're over on whoisaaronsmith.com every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Talk to you later. Bye.